chocolates?
Yes.
All right.
This is from my family's business in Ohio.
It's wrapped and everything. You went to, man, it's nice. Did you wrap this yourself?
No, I didn't.
No.
My aunt did, though.
Well, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Something for you. I left it backstage. So it's good to see you. I haven't seen you since the Emmys, actually.
No, you haven't. You were I don't even know if you remember this, but I had to use the restroom before the Emmys, and
I hadn't remembered that.
Well, no, I hadn't checked in with you before, but I was like hiding coming in, and they're scrunching you in really fast so that the audience doesn't see you, and you have to get out with the seat filler, and I'm praying, please God, nobody sees me, and then there's Ellen, hi.
Yeah.
I was like, hi.
I think you were kind of crawling, though, weren't you?
I was crawling.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Well, I mean, what am I going to ignore that?
Great.
You were crawling in the aisles. And, yeah, right.
In a red dress.
So now, Kanakaredes is Greek.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, very Greek.
And what does it mean? What do you mean, very Greek?
Very Greek. I mean, it's Kanakaredes. I never changed it, and everybody told you at the beginning of your career it's hard to say, and yet it's a really great drink with creme fraiche.
It is, isn't it?
Yes. But no, what actually it means son of a single son, or in my literal translation to modern Greek, it's any kind of nut. And it seems to fit the bill with everyone in my family.
Yeah. Kanakaredes.
Very well done.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm good with the accents, you know that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Greek is, is so natural.
You fit in.
For me, my laddie. Took a wrong turn there. And so, do you speak Greek?
Yes, I speak Greek. My kids speak Greek. We speak Greek at home. I try
How old
to
are your
keep
kids?
I have a 4-year-old Zoe, and my baby's going to be 2 in January.
Wow.
Karina. Yeah, it was good at the beginning because Zoe spoke Greek fluently and beautifully. She was just like a little immigrant in Los Angeles, and we, took her to school, and then she learned English sort of naturally. Whereas the second one, here's her speaking in English, so we still continue the Greek. So she comes out with her own little version of Greeklish. And it's this kind of difficult thing to explain, but anyone who comes over must speak both languages, or the kid gets really confused because she's like, "Θέλω να πάρω γάλα now," and you're like, "Okay."
So it's in the same sentence almost, like the words switch back and forth.
Exactly.
Well, that's going to screw her up. You got to do something about that now.
She'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We do.
So when you point to something now, when you're trying to teach her, do you teach her both English and Greek, the word for it?
No, I'll stick to just Greek.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's easier
and your husband?
to have. And he actually he speaks better than I do, but he sticks to Greek as well, but tends to mess up more. But I tease him. And then everybody outside of the family, and then of course Zoe, who wants to repeat things in English to her, confuses her. But that's fine.
But does now Zoe like speaking in English more than Greek?
Well, now with her friends, of course, she speaks in English, but then she likes to, bawl me out and tell me things in our secret language, which she calls Greek. If I'm in her face too much, or I've told her goodbye too many times, or I'm embarrassing her, she'll be like, "Mama, figlia tora, get out of here. It's okay. You
A
say
4-year-old
goodbye."
does that?
Well, sometimes.
Wow.
And sometimes she'll just tell me I love you,
Yeah.
and sometimes, but she's...
That sounds like a very mature 4-year-old, or just a lot of attitude.
There you go.
Really. And so do you have is Christmas the same, or do you have Greek traditions that you do that are?
We have pretty much Christmas is similar, but New Year's we do things that, there's one thing that we do where we put a coin in a bread. It's kind of like challah bread, but it's a sweet bread. We call it tsureki. And we also...
What's the point of that?
The point of that is
to see who's going to break their tooth, or?
No.
I found it!
Well, it's good luck. It's good luck for the coming year.
Not for the person who bites into it.
That's true. That's true. Well, you kind of search it before. You stick your fingers in there and look for it.
You stick your fingers in before you eat the cake?
Yeah, you tear it off but
let go of that tradition. This sounds ridiculous. This tradition. But no, it's very similar to from New Orleans. It's a king cake. They put a baby in, and whoever gets the baby buys the king cake for the next year.
Ah.
I know. I never thought of it until I started talking about it, and it's weird.
Well, we have to cut a piece for God, and you have to cut a piece for like Aios Vasilis, which is the saint of the new year,
you cut a piece for God, and
we're supposed to cut a piece.
Where does it go?
And that
do you
one
send it away, or
you leave that. But if God gets the luck, we always thought that was such a bummer because God is luck, So why does He need the coin? So we used to cut them really small for God, and then really big for us.
Yeah.
And I've carried on that tradition because I thought that was a good thing.
And what kind of coin is like a quarter, or
is it? It's a quarter, but they wrap it in foil. And then you spin it around, you know, like we do a pita too, like a, have you ever had spanakopita or any kind
There's
of
no
Greek?
need to curse.
Okay.
I'm just... No, I don't know what that is.
It's a spinach pie. Like we also do.
Well, then just say spinach pie. What's with all the language? All right.
We do this one with meat, and we spin the pita, which is awesome. Like, anyway, it's very odd. But
Yeah.
yes.
No,
Those are our traditions.
All right. Well, listen, they're good traditions. It's interesting. I just think that it's risky to put a coin in food. I don't know why you would do that. And then you have to stick your fingers in to find out where it is first.
Right.
And then you give someone bread like it's all torn up, and here's your... Anyway, sounds great. Listen, we have to take a commercial. We'll be right back right after this. We're back with Melina Kanakaredes. Kanakaredes?
Almost.
I lost it. I thought I had it. All right, so now you actually, first of all, here's my question.
Yes.
When you're looking at those people on your show that are the corpses,
Yes.
are they extras?
They're actors. They're people. And yeah,
And they just have to stay perfectly still?
Yes, and listen to us, and listen to us mess up our lines.
Do they
and listen to
laugh
us-
ever, or do they
Well,
sneeze?
they're
or
in like odd positions, and you know, have these weird things on them. You know, like big pieces of plastic that look really kind of yucky. You know, for my technical word. But
right.
the oddest is when you're out. I bring my kids to work, and we have this nice little setup that, you know, they play and they're outside and they get to see the fresh sunshine, and you go from the, you know, dead guy on the thing and you come outside, and I'm there playing with my girls, and there's this guy with this thing coming out of his head, and he's on his cell phone. I'm like, go away. It's not exactly what you want your children to be hanging out doing.
No.
Watching the guy with the thing. you
No,
know?
they would question that because they've never seen the show. Probably they don't really.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, my daughter knows my oldest knows what I do, but she kind of saw the billboards and went, that's Stella, you know. She's heard me talk about character versus, you know, mommy, and I haven't done anything cool like Sesame Street yet. So
Right.
That's what she wants me to do.
But it would be very weird if all of a sudden, like, your daughter sees somebody that actually has plastic that needs help or something, and hi, and then just keeps walking, like, doesn't even help the person. They're so used to seeing plastic sticking out of somebody's head. Help me!
I know. But they are good to me. Like, when it's a really depressing day, I come out and we're doing something awful on the set, and Zoe will have the whole thing set up with a tea party and the whole bit, and I'll make Gary Sinise come over, and he'll be sitting Indian style. We'll both be drinking tea and talking about how fabulous it is.
And then you go back to
And then you go back to
the
you
dark,
know,
heavy,
yes, I found
scary.
the chromosome
Yeah,
that fits.
right.
Yes. But
That's
it's fun.
weird. I just was wondering that because how people stay that still and that's like they don't even get the glory of having a scene. They're just laying and not moving.
Oh, well, on our show, though, they do get to do cool stuff, too, because they have the flashbacks.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they get to do the stuff
Right.
before they're dead, too, which is nice.
But still, I mean, to have to like
hang out for
hold
3
on
days.
to a position like that too.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna read, and you really believe in this. I was asking you during the commercial. You read coffee grounds?
Yes, the Greek coffee. Some people will call it Turkish coffee. We call it Greek coffee.
Is it any coffee, or you have to just read?
No,
drink
it has
this kind
to be.
of?
It has to be this. I mean, in New York, I used to be able to walk out of my door and 2 streets, you know, down, and there it would be from Greece, the Bravo coffee or something, Papagallo or something. We drive. There's a place here in LA we can get it, and we have it pretty much every time we go to Greece and every day at our house here.
So so I drank
So
this.
you drink this
and
earlier.
and then you turn it over.
I turn it over. The bottom is your soul and how you're feeling today, and tells me about your personality. And clearly, you're a warm, loving person. Where you hold the cup is the handle, so it's your work. It's like lifting the glass. You right-handed. And then right here is what's happening now. So right now, you're making an enormous purchase.
An
Is there
enormous
something
purchase.
big that you're
Well,
buying?
it's Christmas. I'm spending like crazy.
Well, is there like something like a house or something? Because it looks like something big, like a big kind of
There's
space or piece
construction
of
at
land.
yeah, maybe.
There you go. So and you're really excited about it, and you know, the rest might take a while, and we could do it.
Okay.
You know.
But you really you find that you're right when you look at this, and you.
Yeah, it's all for fun. I mean, it was for fun. I was 12 years old in Greece in the summers, and everybody took a siesta, and I didn't want to take a nap, so I hung out with my great aunt, and this
And she
is
did?
her voodoo. You know, she used to do this, and I'd sit there, and you know, after a while, I'd sit there and learn everything, and then I grew up and played around with it, and my girlfriends now call me.
You got to read my cup.
Yeah. And do you find you right, though?
Sometimes it's
Yeah.
freaky, and then I, you know.
Well, I thought I'd try it. It can't be that hard, so I thought I would actually. Okay. Let's see what it says. Oh, it says to switch to decaf. That's what it says. All right, CSI New York airs Wednesdays at 10 o'clock on CBS. Jim performs after this. You want to see him, don't go away.